Various Views, Episode 4: How Women Test Emotional Strength, hosted by Mia Maya, AI Dating Coach. Welcome to Various Views. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found it. And if you've been here before, you already know this is a different kind of conversation. Before we go any further, do me a quick favor. Push the thumbs up button right now. Not at the end, now. Because what I'm about to share is the kind of content the algorithm doesn't always know how to categorize. And your signal is how more men like you get to find it. Hit it. I'll wait. Emotional openness costs something. Trust costs something. And when those things have been mishandled in the past, dismissed, mocked, used against her, or simply not held with care, a woman learns to verify before she invests. So when you're building something with someone and she introduces a moment of friction, a pointed question, a moment of silence, a shift in energy, it often comes from a real place inside her that is quietly asking, can I count on this person to stay present when things are uncomfortable? Will he get defensive? Will he go cold? Will he need me to manage his reaction before I can even express what I'm feeling? That's the actual question underneath most of what gets labeled as testing. And here's something worth sitting with. The intensity of these moments often reflects how much she actually cares. Women who are already emotionally disengaged, who have already decided you're not it, they don't bother. The friction shows up when there's something worth protecting. So when you feel a moment of emotional pressure from a woman you're connected to, one useful reframe is simply this: she's still here. She still cares. This is her asking if you can handle the weight of that. Now, let's get specific, because emotional testing is a broad phrase, and I want you to recognize these moments when they actually happen in real life. There are a few categories I see consistently. The first is the withdrawal test. This is when she goes quiet, not openly cold, just less available than she was. Responses slow down, energy shifts, the warmth you've been used to is a little dimmer. A lot of men misread this as rejection and react by either chasing hard or pulling away entirely. Both responses tell her something. Chasing hard tells her your stability depends on her constant affirmation. Pulling away entirely tells her you'll disappear when things get uncertain. What the moment is actually asking for is steadiness. You don't need to diagnose the silence or demand an explanation. You can simply hold your own center, stay present, warm, and unbothered, without making her withdrawal the defining event of your emotional state. A man who can stay grounded during a quiet spell doesn't need to be told he's secure. He just is. The second type is the challenge test. This is a direct verbal friction, a push against something you said, your opinion, your plans. Not necessarily conflict, more like a slight resistance, a raised eyebrow in sentence form. I don't know if that's a great idea. I've heard that from a lot of guys. That's kind of a basic answer. These land differently for different men. For some, they spark defensiveness. For others, they trigger over-explanation, where you suddenly find yourself making a case for who you are when no one asked for a trial. What she's watching for in these moments is whether you can hold your position with ease, without rigidity, without crumbling. You don't need to agree with her. You don't need to